Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It Reviews, here to do a Nephew edition Take It or Leave It Reviews review. There's a lot of review in that, but we're going with it. We saw the movie Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and we're here to talk about it. So I'm here with my three nephews. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, starting from the right.
I'm Owen. What's up?
Hey, I'm Colby.
What's up? I'm
Pearson. But that's okay. So we're here to talk about Rogue One, and we're going to go down the line and talk about one good thing that we liked, one thing that we didn't like, and then give our kind of overall summary and a grade. Let's get into brass tacks here. Let's start with the good. I'm going to start with Colby here, and he's going to give us something that he liked about the movie first.
Well, my favorite part about the movie was when the rebels figured out the Death Star's plans and like that big weapon that they were gonna install, and they attacked it before they could destroy any planet.
I hear you on that. All right, let's go over to Owen real quick.
My favorite scene in the movie was the scene at the very end where Darth Vader just goes to town and like just badass, just destroys everyone.
All right, Pearson, you're up next. What'd you think, man?
Alright, so to be honest, I was glad at the end of the movie that all the good rebels died because
You're sick.
I really didn't give a shit about them.
And moving on, for me personally, I really liked the characters. This movie is not a character-driven movie. It's about the stealing of the plans of the Death Star, and I think the fact that we liked the characters was super important, and we didn't need to get more invested than that. Now that being said, no movie's perfect. Every movie's got some problems. And we're going to move on to that now. We're going to move to Colby and hear one of the things that he disliked about the movie. Colby?
Well, same with Chad. I didn't really like that all the characters died, but like, well, not all of them, but like, I didn't like that like all the good guy. I think there were too many dies in like that movie.
Dies.
What a bunch of jerk brothers you have, Colby. And on to Owen, who was the guy just making fun of Colby, by the way, who is now going from script. Colby, good for you for going off the cuff. Yeah, here's Owen reading his thoughts.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
No, you do not get to. No, you do not get to do that. You just threw Colby under the bus. Okay. You go ahead and you read your script.
The plot was a little confusing. I mean, at the beginning, my head was about to explode. The movie was going on in 3 different places, and I wish I was sitting with my, oh God.
Oh, he can't even read. Go, finish.
I wish I was sitting with my uncle so he could guide me and tell me what's going on.
Well, now I just feel bad because that was pretty touching stuff. Well done, Owen. Okay, moving on to Pearson with his primary dislike. God save us all.
My only dislike was that I wish that we saw more of Darth Vader instead of this lazy asshole wearing a white cloak telling these badass death troopers to murder these rebels I didn't even care about in the movie. So that was my only dislike. So, yeah.
Great. And thank God that's over with. The one thing that I noticed that kind of was a little off-putting, or just kind of took me out of the movie a little bit, was the acting at times. Forrest Whitaker, in particular, for example, was just, I don't know, I didn't know what he was doing in his role, and just took me out of the movie a little bit sometimes. Now, that being said, we're going to get to our summary and grade. I'm going to start. I mean, look, overall, I got to tell you, I loved this movie. I've seen it 3 times now, and it's gotten better each time for me. Guys, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I loved it. I'm going to give this movie a 9.4. Colby, what were your overall thoughts?
Well, honestly, I really loved that movie. And one thing that I really wish would have happened is I wanted to see like more like lightsabers and Jedis and Siths. Overall, I would give it a 9.5.
Awesome. We're right in the same ballpark, and hopefully we'll see more of that next year in episode 8. Owen, go baby.
Overall, this movie was great, and it really made a lot of sense going into A New Hope. It, like, connected all the dots. And, for those of you who haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna give it a solid 9.
Wait, if they haven't seen this, then why are they watching it? Because this is just like a spoiler. I mean, they know it now, everybody dies. I mean, who would want to watch this shit before they watch the movie?
A great point, Pearson.
Said, will you please shut up?
Pearson, did you have any other thoughts?
Besides my dislike, I really loved the movie. I thought it was fun. I loved everything that happened down on the battlefield. I am going to give this movie a 8.9.
Well, believe it or not, we got out of this relatively unscathed. Those are our thoughts on Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This is
Owen,
Colby.
And Pearson.
and Chad from Take It or Leave It Reviews, signing out. Hey, if you've seen this movie, comment in the comment section. I want to hear your thoughts. Thanks.
And if you haven't, then
Don't interrupt me on. Don't ever interrupt me on my channel.
You better not watch it.
Thank you so much for listening. Like, subscribe, so we can do this again, and we'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later. Check you later. Hey man, get off my case. Oh man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.